What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. I want you to consider something. All the things that are around you right now, everything you think about them, whether they are a source of joy or a source of pain. I want you to consider that all of it is just in your head. In material reality, none of them have any inherent meaning other than the ones that you assign to them. Everything is weighed and weighted by the traps set up by your thoughts, whatever they end up assigning. Whether they are actually joyful in reality or actually painful is not a real thing. Only you make it real in the way that you experience it, by the thoughts you have about them. And if you need evidence for this, I will share my own experience, but you can find the same examples in your life. If at any time you found something painful that eventually became a source of joy, or vice versa, which is probably more likely, something that started out lovely and pleasurable, but became a source of pain and remorse, then you have the evidence of seeing that change. Two people going through the same thing can have two different thoughts and then two different experiences of those things. That's also evidence that you've probably seen in your own life. Now, you may attribute that to something that's on the outside, the circumstance, characters if people are involved. And while that might be the case, I will still insist that most of it is loaded by the meaning that you assigned. Whether that assignment of meaning was a conscious choice, or a careless, casual, picked up belief, or a blinding by emotion, either way, you rehearse it, you reinforce it, and unless you resist it and replace it, your experience will remain the same. I'll share with you how this realization is hitting me in the face at this moment. And I'm sure I have spoken about this particular topic in different lights with different examples. But here's one that's standing right in front of me. I'm back in the condo where my father passed. And at one point last year, I hated being here. Everything about this place bothered me. I have allergies here. The laundry is not in unit. The room is small. The list is endless of what is missing from this place, even in contrast to how I have afforded myself to live before. Add the relationship issues I was having with my parents while I was sharing this space, and it only made everything pinch even more. Which is ironic because not too long before that, while I was stuck in India for 3 years, and my girl would send me pictures from the balcony, I used to dream about being back here, and the views, and the weather, and the fireworks from the window on New Year's and 4th of July. I used to have such fondness for it in my mind when it wasn't available to me. And when I was back, the allure of coveting what is not accessible faded into aggravation of day-to-day annoyances, lost perspective. And those good feelings about this place was nowhere to be found. And now, since my father has passed in this place, and I came back for 10 days in December and being back now, I cannot help but cherish this place. I see my father everywhere. There's an imprint of his essence in every corner of this house, to every corner of this apartment complex in this property, from places he used to walk, to sit, and all the things in the pantry and the fridge that were all his favorites. I can still hear his labored breathing and see his smile when I used to walk past him sitting on the couch and blew him a kiss. This place now has a different emotional connection to me. And nothing physically about this place has changed. It's not like my room got any bigger or the laundry situation got better. Still now, I feel at peace here. I feel connected to my father here. I have so much love for this place. It's no longer square footage and walls. It's love and memories. It's irreplaceable. All that changed was my thoughts about it. And sure, the circumstances changed too, but I can't help but feel I could have accessed the same gratitude while I was making the memories as I am while looking back at them. All a game of the mind, a trap laid by my thoughts that I fell into, that I recognize I must manage if I am to not repeat these same mistakes. The thing is, I knew this at the time too. It's just that the emotions were so powerful that even when the voice inside of me would offer perspective, I wouldn't be able to fully use that perspective to short circuit that strong emotion that I was feeling. Maybe you can relate to this. So I am by no means trying to propose that minding your thoughts is not going to be a challenging endeavor. And a lot of times, it does come from managing emotions. Sometimes they must be felt out until faded away. Given time, there's always a seed of gratitude inside of you that is reminding you to find the blessing in this moment. Somehow, we have to find a way to nurture that seed, even in the storm of strong emotions, or the only option we will have left is regret and time lost. Your thoughts stack, one supporting the other, each one providing evidence to support your strong emotions, to feel more justified in your righteousness, to support how you've been wronged, to present your case, to defend, thought after thought, trapping you until all higher perspective surrenders and submits, making it hard to see what's true because of what just feels true in this moment. What if everything you overlooked today became the most important thing to you tomorrow, but you no longer had it, could no longer hold it, could never experience it again? How would that feel? You're doing this to yourself right now, right this moment, with many things that you complain about, many you think you'd be better off without. You'll value those things at some point. They'll go from obstacles to objects of desire, and you'll never have them again. And the only thing standing in the way of seeing their beauty now is the trap your thoughts have you in the words you speak to yourself, in what those words are telling you and keeping you from seeing. I'll end with a quote from Dr. Jaya John, who sums up more beautifully in 2 sentences everything that I had just said prior. He says, "When you speak to yourself, your heart should bloom. Even in the winter, you can stir the wildflowers in your heart. Take care of your language." I love you, family. Stay true always. I'll see you on the next show.